been a while. Not even going to apologize for not making a video, because it seems like I do that every single time I make a video, talk about, oh, sorry, it's been busy, but hey, it is what it is. It has been a while since I made a video, so I wanted to make one. Got a good opportunity to do so. So hope everybody had a good Christmas. I know it's middle of January, well, actually it's the end of January now, but I haven't made a video since Christmas, before Christmas actually, of last year. So trying to get back on top of things and get back on top of my videos, but y'all bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. Got a lot going on, so it's life, you know. We do the best we can, right? Wanted to get y'all to tag along with me today. We got this 2021, I believe, maybe a 22, YZ250. It is a bike that has been here before. I rebuilt this bike, the motor on it, and the guy who had it rode it for a while, and it has developed a head gasket leak. It's leaking coolant around the head gasket here on the right hand side, I believe was what they said. So it's back in here. I'm not sure why it developed that leak, but nevertheless, if we were going to take care of it, got a new gasket in. So we're going to break this thing down, and figured I'd get y'all to come along with me and do some wrenching. How's that? So without further ado, I don't know whether I'm going to leave y'all there in that stand or place you down here, but I'm just going to start tearing everything down. Alrighty. I hope y'all can see it okay. Let me bid you down just a little bit, like that. Together. Set everything down here. Alrighty. Let's check this up a little bit. Little back. What the heck was that? Little story for you while I'm getting this tore apart. Me and my son were talking yesterday, and my boys, I got two, and both of them used to race motocross. They rode for altogether for about 7 years, and they raced competitively for 4 of those years, and enjoyed it. We went through the whole broke bones and all that jazz, and they kind of just grew tired of it, so we moved on to 4-wheelers. Did 4-wheelers for a while, and then they got tired of that. Well, after that, Daddy said, I'm not just going to keep buying a bunch of stuff and then y'all get tired of it, so y'all can start paying for it from now on. This bike's got some mixed match bolts on it. Let's see if I can't put bolts that are supposed to be in it on the way back. Put it back together. Like that one. Most of these are supposed to be 8s. There's a few 10s. Put these bolts in this, right there, set this over here, and one up there. Alright, I'm going to set these bolts here, this, so I don't lose them. Set this over here. This, if you guys, those that watch the videos, if you guys remember, this is the bike that had the, that when we rebuilt it, it had the cam situation where the cam sprockets on the cam, when this motor locked up, the cam sprockets actually shifted on the cam itself, and I thought that they were machine pressed. I did not know. I don't even know if y'all are looking right at me or not, but anyway, there we go. I didn't know that. I thought they were pressed on, and therefore we figured it would have been really hard to turn. But they actually shifted onto the cam itself and caused it to not run all that great. So here I am trying to do things and ain't ready to do yet. So that was interesting. So the guy, we ordered some new cams and put it in there and fixed it right up. This here, those of you who have these, this gas tank, there's a little clip, don't fall, stay. I'll jump y'all out of here real quick. I'll show you. There's a little clip right here. You just press this, pull it out, and these here, this has got a zip tie on it because this is broke, but if you cut the zip tie and you squeeze these ends together, push in a little bit, then pull out, this gas line will come off, release your gas tank. So that's what I'm doing, so you know what's going on. Put my eyeballs on. Set this over here. Now let's start taking this air breather off, and I'll show you this clip underneath there in just a second. That has got to come off. Now, if you come right here, and what I like to do is just kind of just take this off and flop it out of the way, and I'm just trying to get this out of the way so that I can get to the top of the head here. But what I do, everybody does it differently, but I take these two 8mm out, get this out the way, and then undo the spark plug and unplug it, and take these two. There's another one behind here. And just kind of, I'll show you, if we just flop this out the way, there's a little plug-in right here that has to be unplugged as well. Don't forget about that. Just simply squeeze the little tab on it. It comes straight out. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. There's a bolt up here, two right there, and you have to loosen the intake boot clamp on the carburetor, which is right back here. If you can see, so stick your Phillips head, actually that's not a Phillips head, that's an Allen, so stick your Allen in there and undo it. You don't have to worry about this one here. We're actually going to leave the carburetor in place, okay? So I say that, yes, we're taking the carburetor off. I apologize, so I got to take all this off. So yes, so undo this and go ahead and release the clamp for the other one. Is going to be facing the other side. It's I think that one may be an Allen as well. So that's what I've got going on, so that you can see that. All right. You know that's typical. You know you can't work on something without dropping a bolt. see it. I'll get it in a minute. Another reason why I haven't made too many videos is because really this winter has been relatively slow, unfortunately. So I took some time and remodeled my house. Next one up. So I was busy doing that. We started out around right before the holidays. Oh, watch me get it wrong again. Oh, that's it. These little T-handle Allens from Harbor Freight, they have impressed the crap out of me. I mean, they have just been wonderful. Thought I had a little flashlight. I got this one. And I hope that battery on that camera holds with me. It's a GoPro, and the regular stock battery that came with it got old and was not charging correctly. So I went on trusty Amazon and I ordered some, and I charged them up, and everything was, I think I made 2 videos with it, and then the battery went dead, and I charged it, and it said it was full, so I took it off the charger, and I actually went to go make a different video besides this one to put one out, and it died on me. So I was like, okay, didn't know what was up with that. So I was hoping, I hope it does okay. And like I said, just unplug this here. And then if you have a bike like this one that has an hour meter on it, you're going to have to take that hour meter off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Y'all forgive my glasses. I know I look ridiculous. This one's got an hour meter on it, so the wire that gets the reading off the pulse of the spark is wrapped around, so just need to cut that tie there and be sure to wrap this back up and put another zip tie on it when we get done working on the bike and reinstalling it. I thought I was getting ready to say that I owed this guy a new hour meter because I thought I just clipped the wires. That would have been bad. He might not have been too happy with me. Alright, we got that undone. Alright, that's that. Set this over here. Alright, and like I said, this stuff here, once we get everything out of the way, I just let this dangle, and we'll go ahead and take this wire here and just push it over here, pull it out of the way so that it's not tangled. We will be sure to put that back later on. Alright, some people will unplug the plugs for the carburetor and whatnot. I just leave everything connected. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're literally just going to take this carburetor Actually, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it as well. It'll be alright. It's just 2 plugs on it, a gray one and a black one. Just unplug them and get gas all over you. Good thing about that T4 racing fuel, which is what that smells like. Makes the shop smell good. And what I do is if you get some wire or string, whatever you got, I just got some wire that I keep on a spool back here. That way I can just come in here, anywhere really, twist a wire on it, and then just hang it up here on the handlebar. I mean, don't like pull it real tight, but just hang it up there loosely like that out the way. Saves you from having to fight with it. Alrighty, and then this cool pack, I just kind of push this out the way. Alright, let me bring you in here and we'll keep going. So this here, breather tube, squeeze this, pull that on off. Alright, just push this out the way, like that. Alright, now we can start removing the exhaust. So I'm going to pump this up. We're going to loosen this clamp here. Take that 8 out right there. Come around here, we're going to take this off. Take this one out. Take that clamp there. Set that up here out the way. Take that clamp there and then unbolt it from the back and remove the exhaust system. So how do I show you that? Get out of there. And I'm going to start to take that off just for a good measure. Runaway socket. Just loosen that up a little bit. That one was in there. That DeWalt impact, I don't know about you guys, what you guys use, but that DeWalt impact, I have had it for probably a great day. Goodness gracious. Not a sponsor by them, so don't think I'm getting paid to say this, but that has been the best impact. I would say you Milwaukee fans are gonna kill me, but I will be honest, I have not used a Milwaukee. I've never owned one. I've wanted to, just to kind of compare which one's better. I think it will be interesting. But I've never owned a Milwaukee, but I've tried the Flex from Lowe's, wasn't impressed. That's just my opinion. I think the DeWalt was a little bit stronger. When it comes to strength, I still have it. I have the Cobalt 24 volt, I think it's the brushless one. As far as strength, that has been so far the strongest impact that I've used. Like I said, I haven't used Milwaukee, but now these exhaust bolts, I just put them right back where they were. That way I don't lose them. All right. Let's see if I can wiggle this one out. And there's no magic trick to this. You just kind of got to fiddle with it and it comes out that side. Maybe it'll come out this side. I don't know. That's the side I always take it out. Just wiggle it. Just kind of fiddle with it for just a second. It'll come right on around and come on off. All right. Take these clamps and take them off so that we don't lose them. And then the best way I have found really to get at these exhaust bolts is just to you can get an open end wrench in there, and sometimes you may have to use a swivel. Just get some, I'm not sure, I think it's a 10, but I'll show y'all. Talking about here. Right there. So you can get in there pretty easy with a regular impact, but now what I normally do is come through here to reach that one with like a swivel and just buzz that off. So anyway, that's what I was saying about that. That's my take. DeWalt, durability wise, has been fabulous. Like I said, I've had it for a couple of years. It has, I've beat it, dropped it, slammed it by accident, just pure, put it through hell, and it's held right there with me. Now I'm just getting an extension with a swivel head on it, and if I could find my swivel head. Seriously? There it is. Ah. But I'll have to give Milwaukee, I'll have to give them a fighting chance and give them a shot sometime. See what I think about them. Or you guys can let me know. Those that have had Milwaukee, tell me what you guys think. I actually told you all a fib now that I think about it. I did make a video. I just haven't put it out yet. About 2 weeks ago, I got asked about what I think about, well, bear with me, I'm trying to catch a bolt. I got asked what I think about using eBay and Amazon parts for working on, you know, your bike or your four-wheeler, you know, the different things that you can buy off of Amazon, and that's just the other part of the header. And so I made a video about what I think about Amazon products and eBay products, and what I've learned about using that kind of stuff along the way. So I'll put that out and you all can watch that one. Alright, we're going to remove these motor mounts right here. And they are going to be 12 millimeter, should. Like a wire item, is that 13? Grab 12. If my battery was full, I would try to make that battery on my impact is weak, but these motor mounts are on there pretty good. That was going to be a 14. And normally, on a fully charged battery, that D-wall sometimes will zip these out. Now if you yep, that's going to need more leverage. Hang on just a second. Now if you, what I was going to say is, if you want to, if you feel like you're going to get these mixed up, I did it for a while. Some of these brackets on some of these models, like Kawasaki and some of the Hondas, if you feel like you're going to get these brackets mixed up, just on the back side of them or whatever, write a little L for the left side or a little R on the right. That way you know where they go. You guys might have to give me just a second to come out of this sweater. Alright, then I'll just screw this back in here. That way I don't lose them. Like that. Give me just a second, we come out of this. Alright, and then there's one, I can grab my 12, there's one over here as well. Alright. Same thing, the bigger one's a 14, the other two are 12s. Alright, gonna screw these back in here. And set them over here. Okay, moving on. Let's get the coolant drained out of here. And I'm going to be putting it in a container to reuse it or try to reuse it. To drain the coolant, if you come right down here, move this out of the way, you'll notice that these 8s here, this is your water pump housing.
and you're going to have to take this hose off, and I just undo it from over there. Sometimes I take it all the way off, or just actually you don't have to remove this, my bad, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about doing a whole entire, like, removing the motor, but anyway, you can leave this on. We are, however, going to have to remove this one. But if you look right here, you'll notice that these all don't have washers on them, but this one does. It has a brass washer on it. That is the one that you take off to drain your coolant. Alright, so again, it's the only one that has a brass washer. Important that you keep that brass washer on. Replace it if it's preferred to replace it. I have used them where I don't replace it, but I'm going to replace this one because I have a ton of them here that I keep on hand. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick a funnel underneath here, put it into a container, undo this, drain the fluid into a funnel, radiator coolant. Once I leave the cap on, so that when I take this off it will drain, but it won't drain excessively fast until I crack the cap. So it gives you a chance to get everything positioned so that you can catch it all. Probably going to regret saying this one, but if you guys will, feel free to comment what y'all think about these videos. I'm not a professional. I do this for a living, but I'm not a professional at videoing. And I'm certainly no there's a lot of YouTube channels out that are far better than mine, I'm sure. I'm just a good old boy doing the best I know how. Like I said, I just cracked that bolt, and it's, wow, that had an immense amount of pressure on it. An immense amount of pressure. Huh. That was strange. I mean, I popped that bolt off and it just literally sprayed all over everywhere. Alright. Looks like he's running engine ice in this, which those of you who run engine ice know that that's a very good coolant to use. What I highly recommend. Alright, I'm going to set this here out of the way. I mean, I am covered in radiator coolant. It'll give me just a second to get cleaned up. Kind of thinking about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of thinking back of my head. That was strange for sure. Alright, just installing that bolt back in there so that it doesn't get lost. Dabbing up this radiator coolant on this lift, clean it up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I just got done working on my personal Harley,
and I was going to make a video of that. I actually just broke down my motor and put lifters in it. I've got a electric glide, and I put lifters in it, replaced those, and let's see what else I have. Replaced my back tire, the lifters, valve seals, and did a few other things. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I didn't make the video, because that ended up turning into a disaster. It was bad. I made some very dumb mistakes along the way that I shouldn't have made. I'm admitting it, I'm not perfect, but I did make a mistake that was very, I wouldn't say costly, but very time consuming. Alright, I'm going to bring y'all around here and show you again which hoses to take off, and about this plug and a ground wire that's got to be taken off as well.
So again, loosen this right here. We'll go ahead and take this temperature sensor off. This plug. Put my glasses on. Just lift this housing up, this boot, and push on it. And it unplugs. And you can just push that up out the way. We're going to undo this. This ground cable right here has got to come off as well. So that's all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undo this, pull this hose off, and take that out and put the bolt back in there.
We're gonna have to have this video in probably, I don't know, I would say 3 different parts due to editing. I don't have the means to edit a very long video. I think the most I've done is around about 45 minutes to an hour. So if I make it longer than that, it just it takes a while for it to load and upload, or I should say. So I try to keep it under an hour, or right about an hour. Alright, got that hose clamp undone. And then that hose clamp there, if you want, just tighten it up, just snug a little bit, keep it from falling off, or just take it off and set it aside. Alrighty. So that's that. So we are down to removing valve cover and start working on getting this head off. This valve cover here, you're going to have to remove this tin and these 2 Allen bolts here, then that'll come off. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. Let's zip them things off real quick. For that or not. That Allen is going to be, I believe, a number 5. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is going to be a number 5. They're not on there tight. I think the torque specs on these, without looking it up, if I remember correctly, are only like 7 foot-pounds, so it's not a lot. Alright, then this head, this blue cover, just lifts right up. I have to give it a tug, and it brings this gasket sometimes with it. Some people put sealant on this to keep it from coming off. Some people don't. On the top of the spark plug tube, there's a seal that fits in right here. Don't forget that. Don't lose it. Alright, so we'll set this over to the side. Now, grab you out of the stand. I'm going to end the video here so that again that I don't have to so here's where we're at. Alright, now what I got to do is I need to take these timing cover off here, this inspection hole. Take this off. There's a 17mm bolt in there, or nut, that we're going to use to turn the motor over to get it at top dead center, and I'll explain the timing marks and how you know it's at top dead center on the compression stroke. What these cam lobes will look like, they will be similar to this one. This one will be facing, the intake will be facing this way, the exhaust will be facing the other way. So, and I'll explain about how to again get these timing marks on the cam lined up, your cam lobes, and your mark in here on the flywheel. And then we will take the cams and the timing chain and disassemble that, get the head off, and replace this head gasket. Alright, appreciate you guys tagging along. There will be a part 2 to this, and like I said, we'll go over the rest of this, get it all squared away, get it taken off, and get this repair done. Alright, we'll see you guys on the next one. Later.